Hello, hello. Welcome back to another episode of A Tall Glass of Sass. Yet again, I am here honored with a special guest, and it's no longer just the Mollie show today. I am so excited to have Pearl here as part of today's episode. Welcome, Pearl. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's so lovely we're still online, but to meet you in person is wonderful.
Yes, absolutely. Now, let me just take us off a little bit to a side tangent here. So, for those of you, you know what I say. I talk a lot about authentic networking, and my gig here, where I do the best work in doing that, is on LinkedIn. And that's how I came across Pearl. And we just started having a conversation just back and forth, and it just felt right. And so here is real facts, living proof of how authentic networking on LinkedIn in particular can come into fruits of wonderful connections and relationships. And here I have Pearl
Mm.
as a guest to this podcast. So before I keep chatting on here, Pearl, I want to give you the opportunity to introduce yourself to our audience, please.
Oh, hi, lovely. Well, I'm Pearl Howie, and as Molly said, we connected on LinkedIn. And again, I'm just a big fan of like not second guessing yourself, in life. Often we have that intuition, and sometimes I think because LinkedIn's a professional space, we second guess ourselves more in terms of saying, oh, I don't know, this person won't want to hear from me, or they're this level of whatever. And I just say, forget that. And just if you feel a feeling, and I think the first time I saw you, I don't know what you were talking about, but I was just like, oh, I like her. And I just was like, connect. And I think I'm doing that more and more, and it's really wonderful. It doesn't matter if it's Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever you're on. Your heart knows when you feel that connection. And it's funny, one of the things I would say like about myself, we have to recognize our own gifts. And often when I feel nervous about things, I remind myself, I say, I'm very good at connecting, and I think that connection is so important, whatever we're doing. So yeah, just to introduce myself, I'm an author. I've written about 78 books now.
Amazing.
And I record the audiobooks as well. So I think I'm on about 14 of the audiobooks. I find that a little bit harder, and I'll talk about that as well. And I'm a teacher. I used to teach Zumba, which I was a great training, for working with all kinds of people. I've taught age 4 to 104. And I've taken that now, and I have my own instructor training, which is fear of success instructor training, because one of the books I wrote was about fear of success. And it's funny because when I started, I wasn't writing, I wasn't, when I decided, okay, I'm going to quit my job and I'm going to do this thing called Pearl Escapes. And I was like, I don't really know what it is. But the name came to me, and I call myself the Explorer in Chief, which was kind of it's kind of a tongue-in-cheek kind of thing. And over time I realized that's what I do, is really help people explore and explore for myself, whatever really calls to me. So I've explored fitness, travel, publishing, and now fear of success, and it all kind of comes together in that, because what I've realized is that we all hold ourselves back in different ways. And the fear of success book and everything is about, in a way, simplifying it